How did you feel about the statue of you doing the Staples Center?
I'm not a person for like statues and for trophies and for things.
That was pretty amazing.
You know, I love Steve Van Doren. His heart is in the right place.
Yeah.
Right? The fact that Steve was the instigator of that.
Yeah.
It hit my heart hard.
Yeah.
Right? But the idea of it having like something that you covet for is not really me the same way. So it felt.
Where is that thing?
It's at the front entrance of Vans, at the front door of Vans, on the left side of the front door. That way everybody that goes to Vans knows where their priorities are. That was a particular
that's amazing. I thought it was
request, if you know what I mean. I'm like, well, if you're about skating, stick it by the front door, then we'll know what you're about, right? And they did, you know, which is amazing. So it's flattering. I mean, my parents are like blown away by something like that. Yeah. They're like, you have a statue, you know what I mean, of you skating, you made it, kind of thing. That makes them happy, which makes me happy. That's all I think of it, really. Yeah. And I also think it's pretty cool that... Here's what I thought was pretty cool, right? I was trespassing that day that I skated the Staples Center. Yeah. I timed the security guard. I knew it took him 9 minutes to go around the building. Yeah. I'm still breathing really hard from our wrestling scenario. Right here. So it took him 9 minutes to do the loop.
Yeah.
So I knew I'd get 1 or 2 goes. 2 goes quite a lot with that size of a spot because you're pushing and pushing and pushing and you land on the other side of the road. So I had like 5 or 6 goes, right? If they'd have put the actual statue on the ledge at the Staples Center with the plaque at the bottom that said this is the only time the skater's been documented and given notoriety for doing something illegal, we'd have won all of the public battles. We'd have just won.
Yeah.
Right? To me, that would have been amazing to do that. Put it on the actual spot that you skated with a plaque at the bottom.
When I first saw it, I thought it was. I didn't have any context to it.
They had it there for the first 3 months. It was at the Staples Center. Staples.
Wait, it was there?
Yeah. They took it there for like PR with approval from Staples. They were like,
but they approved it.
Yeah, and they were good with it.
Dude, that is so
cool. When I saw it, so I thought, oh, that they're immortalizing that that's amazing.
Yeah. That is so awesome.
We wanted to leave it there, but they didn't. I don't think they really wanted it there because I was trespassing.
Sure. Yeah.
You know,
but there is a sense of that too. Yeah. I mean, in places where it's like, we just start making it, and now it's a place that
it would be cool to take it and put it in a city and put like a really good ledge around the bottom of it, like those old freaking Napoleon statues or something like that, and have a really good ledge around the bottom of it and just leave it there like that with the best ledge ever, perfect marble. I think you might need to do that.
Has Love Park got something different? Like I'm going to Philly this weekend to do stand up, and I got asked if I wanted to skate or whatever. I was like, yeah, man, if I'm there the day before, I skate wherever you guys spot.
I don't know what the status
and
of that is.
I know they were building wait till you go to Love Park. It's going to look a lot different than the last time you were there. And I'm like, everything looks a lot different than the last time I was there. But it sounded like they were saying that there was a skate park there. Does that sound possible?
I don't know.
I mean, there was a big push for one, so I haven't been up on that one.
Who knows?
That fell off my radar.
It'd be weird if you wanted me to go there to check it out and it was just a giant hole in it. Like I'm pretty sure
some good ledges for you.
Yeah, nice one, asshole. Yeah. You don't know me. You really do. Yeah,
you're incredible.
You should go to FDR. That'd be pretty sick.
Dude, I skated in New York the other day. I was gonna tag you because someone was like, "Come skate." I was like, "Yeah, man, like anywhere." Because these days I kind of. Ego's gone. Like, I don't care. Like, I'll ride anything. And if I can get into it a little bit, I'll find something. It was all flat ground. Like, I get there and I go, oh, ooh. They're like,
was it a park in the city?
Yeah.
Was it near the water?
It was near a basketball court and a school.
Okay.
But it had one thing had a transition to a wall ride. I was like, yay, I can hit that. But then there was like mani pads and like little like concrete board slide things, and I was like, "Oh, you're gonna get destroyed because I'm gonna ride it." And I did I did a manual on the mani pad, and I was like, "I don't think I've done this particular maneuver for 30 years."
Were you wearing a cowboy hat?
Fuck you. No.
I want to picture someone looking from far away and you're dressed like this doing skating a mani pad.
There was a school of kids and they were bad kids. Like it was some sort of camp for like frustrated youth that had come in. Yeah, they were bad. You could tell. No offense, they're not listening, but they came in and it was like, because I could tell they had like a person taking care of them that was super stressed because they were like not listening to him and shit. And they're like, that's not your basketball. You got to give the basketball back. And they're like, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like trying to steal someone's basketball. And then they walked out onto the course.
Oh, no.
And I was going for my manual. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're a bad kid. I'm a retired bad kid, so if we meet in the middle, you got the wrong fucking guy. Like, I don't give a shit. And I could tell, like, did he see me coming? He's like, he's not going to move. And I looked at it, I was like, no, I'm not going to move. You're going to move. And then, like, as he went to step up onto the manual pad, I manualed past him and he didn't walk into me. And I was like, yeah. But I was like, I'm still ready.
Oh my god!
I'll punch a kid.
What time was this? 9 in the morning.
It was like lunchtime.
8:30.
It was time for a snack, motherfucker.
It wasn't time for an aggressive manual.
It was. Hey man,
is there ever time for aggressive manuals?
No,
be honest.
No, I don't think so. I think the only thing you can't do with a hangover is like manuals. Like you got no weight. I don't think there's an aggression in a manual, is there?
I mean,
I've never felt it.
It is if it took
Unless
you 6
there's
times.
a big drop at the end, maybe.
Maybe, I don't know though. It's still Daniel Gesma. There's still like fluidity, isn't it? There's still like a balance and a floating through the sky with a good fluid manual.
It took a.
I'm terrible, man.
I'd like to see an aggressive manual. What that would look like.
Man, I've got it in my phone
Just
right
doing
now.
a manny, like really angry.
Because everything I do on anything that's a foot under is aggressive. Because that's the difference, dude. Like doing a 6 foot back to there, I'll be all right. Doing a manual on a manual pad that's 6 inches off the ground, we could get hurt. Like, seriously.
Oh, no, yeah.
I could take a huge
My
tumble.
worst rolled ankle was from dropping a manual off of a little box at a birdhouse demo. Because I dropped it too soon, and then it was super rough asphalt, and so my foot stuck, rolled it. That was kind of the end of my tour.
Classic. Most of the bad ankles are really simple slams.
Boom.
That was nice. That wasn't aggressive. That was fluid.
See it.
Maybe there might have been
Share with the
aggression in
class.
your head, but your feet looked quite comfortable.
Thank you,
shooting it.
Thank you, Geoff Rowley.
I'm going to send you a manual later, Jason. I'm going to do an aggressive manual in a skate park, and I'll send you an aggressive looking manual. I'll see if we can get
Pretty solid,
one.
right?
Yeah, it's a good point A to point B.
Wait. The best part is my rock and roll slide. Every time I did the rock and roll slide on the ledge, I just kept thinking Tony
We were
Hawk.
talking about him doing his first handrail at school W, and he called it a rock and roll slide.
A rock and roll slide.
Yeah.
Hey, where did I come from?
Rock and a roll.
Look, you know when I did that
No, but that's what it was in our day.
In our day, that's what it was called,
Yeah,
a rock and roll
you
slide.
did it in a pool, it's a rock and roll slide, yeah.
When I did that rail, it was Matt Hensley's rail.
Yeah.
Like, that's how old I am. Like, Matt Hensley did that rail, and I was like, I'm going to go there and do it. And I was basing it off, Matt Hensley made it look pretty easy, and then when I got there, I was like, wow. He might be better than I assumed. Because it was me and Gary Valentine, and we were both the craziest vert jocks ever, and we were like, you think we could get up on that? You know what I mean? I'm like, mate, it's a big ollie. You know, like, it's like, getting that front wheel over on and we had rails on, so it was like we were like it was.
You probably had.
Cutting
You
edge.
definitely had the like roll over board slides that you just go on like that. And then, like,
Oh, yeah.
barely get the front
Yeah.
truck over and pull it over the top like that.
Bash board slide.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
That's a classic. That's a style of board slide, though.
Oh, for sure.
Really?
Like certain people, if you watch people when they skate rails, some people have it like over the top before they land, and then other people have it on the side and then stand up, which is a technique, and it's a lot different, I find.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
You
both
know?
hard.